All right, so this is our look at the Pokemon website on all the new information that was just dropped after the trailer.
Yep, this is us checking out what's on the Pokemon website. They always have a little bit extra information beyond what was revealed, and we cannot live without that bit of extra information.
Oh,
It looks like we've
absolutely.
got two different tabs here. Let's
Mm-hmm.
get into our first one.
Yep, so the first tab I'm going to go ahead and get into is called Your Own Story Woven Through Your Treasure Hunt. So I'll go ahead and read this first paragraph. The school that you've enrolled in hosts a special independent study project. The theme of this assignment is a treasure hunt. Explore the world and seek your very own treasure.
I love that.
That's
I
really
love that.
cool.
Seek your very
Yeah,
own treasure.
and I imagine that ties into the fact that this is going to be an open world game, right? Like
Yeah,
the wording behind that's like you decide like you seek your own treasure, baby. I don't know for sure.
we're treasure hunters just as much as we are Pokemon trainers.
Exactly.
Uh,
So, three stories will be woven into your adventure while traversing and sprawling the Paldea region. Along Victory Road, you will go to gyms in different locations in order to achieve champion rank. So, typical Pokemon story, typical 8 gyms.
Becoming the Pokemon
Yeah,
champion is always our primary goal.
yeah,
I love to see that that is at least an option here.
absolutely. And obviously, a Pokemon fan wants to see that. I get it. Like, that's just something that's like the bread and butter of a Pokemon game. It doesn't necessarily have to be that way. Legends Arceus is a good example of that. But not to get too off topic, but yeah, like I'm definitely glad that they have a cool 3 storylines.
Yeah, most definitely.
On the path of legends, you can join Arvin. Oh yeah, that's right, Arvin.
Arvin, our
Dude,
bro.
Arvin's so cool.
I
In
love
search
Arvin's
of rare
design.
ingredients, because yeah, he's a good cook. And in Starfall Street, so they put stars around that, so that's like emphasis. You'll challenge Team Star, a group of delinquents causing trouble for the school.
So,
So that's really cool because you,
yeah, just so you guys know, beyond all of the hype, delinquent manga, the manga where like the bad kids in school have their own political hierarchy and their own kind of like battle for supremacy, is one of my favorite genres of media. So seeing that the delinquents specifically have a significant aspect and a significant role to play in our story makes me very hype.
that's at the moment I read the word delinquents, I was like, oh, Josh is in.
Yeah,
Josh is
you
in.
know Gune is here for it.
Oh, yeah, Gune. These stories are set in an open world. I'm excited about that. So that's actually something I wanted to say before I continue reading is the fact that it's open world is gonna lend itself so much to replayability.
Oh, most definitely.
Like, if you think about it, when you play a Pokemon game, because of the linear fashion of the game, especially for like Pokemon veterans, I don't want to necessarily play Pokemon Sword and Shield and then play it again. I don't want to start my copy over and play it again 5 minutes later. Like,
Right. No, definitely my hope is that with this new set of
yeah.
storylines that you can follow, that choosing those storylines in a different order is going to impact how you play your game. I
Oh,
would
yeah.
love to see some ramifications specifically from that option.
Definitely. Like, I am just beyond excited. And also, not to get too far off track again, but I really wanted to say this multiplayer. Let's just talk about that for like a minute. How excited are you that from what we're seeing, there is local multiplayer?
The
Or
fact that there
online
is a
4-player
possibility
multiplayer.
that the two of us could go and challenge Team Star together. The
Yeah.
two of us could go on this road and challenge the gym challenge together
Yeah.
is so much more than we've received from any other Pokemon game. Because, folks, I mean, we haven't elaborated on Pokemon Weekend that much. This is our first video. But me and Hypegoon B have a special relationship that if we are allowed to experience our Pokemon journey on a more intimate level, is
Right.
going to be such a huge change
Yeah.
that is going to completely impact the idea of Pokemon Weekend and Pokemon as a whole.
And it's so like I'm gonna have to go ahead and just say, like, even though Sword and Shield was one of my least favorite Pokemon games, it was also simultaneously one of my favorite Pokemon games because of Pokemon Weekend. And even though it was kind of not great, it was still really cool to see Josh riding his bike along the same path as me. It was delayed by
That
couple
tiny
seconds.
little bit of immersion where you are both
it
in the
was
same
really
spot
cool
together.
to see you, like, you had your camp set up, and I'm like, that's where Josh. I'm gonna camp next.
We could visit each other in our camps.
We could.
I would love to see more of that kind of interaction in the multiplayer of Pokemon Scarlet and Violet.
Yeah, and honestly, from what I'm seeing, I think that's what's gonna happen.
I agree. So our victory road, our path to champion rank.
Yeah, look at this image. That is amazing.
Oh, that is so great.
That is so cool.
Take it through us. Take it away, Goonby.
All right, so there are 8 Pokemon gyms in different locations throughout Paldea, all managed by the Pokemon League. If a trainer makes their way to the gyms, defeats all the gym leaders, and then passes the champion assessment at the Pokemon League headquarters, they can earn the coveted champion rank. Huh. Is League headquarters? Is that just like a fancy way of saying the Pokemon League?
I think that might be the case.
Or, like, I just, like, the way they're calling it a headquarters is just so strange.
That is unique to all other Pokemon games.
I'm wondering if, because they're saying assessment and headquarters, that they're not saying fight in the Pokemon League and, like, fight.
I'm wondering if they're trying to expand the lore of
They
the
might
Pokemon
be.
League, because it's always been rather vague.
No, that's a good point, because, like, I read that and I was actually very confused. I'm like, assessment and headquarters is not like what you would say when you're doing a Pokemon League or whatever.
No, it's certainly not something that would be associated with lower Pokemon leagues and things in like the Alola region and the Johto region.
But after accepting Nemona's suggestion to become a Pokemon champion ranked trainer, you will too be able to visit the 8 Pokemon gyms scattered across the region.
So see, this connection between Nemona specifically and the gym challenge and the fact that Geeta is the chairwoman of the Pokemon League even more
Makes
convinces me that there is a
yeah.
relationship between these two characters.
I can absolutely see it. So, do you want to read some about the first trial of the gyms?
Yeah, I will take over from here. At the Pokemon Gym, you must first pass a gym test before you'll be allowed to challenge the gym leader. This is very similar to Sword and Shield in that sense that we had to complete those tasks before we were allowed to challenge the gym. The contents of these gym tests are unique to each gym, but through them, you might come to learn more about the customs and unique features of each city and town, as well as what kind of people the gym leaders are. And I am so excited for that. I absolutely love unique features of the cities and the towns. I want to see more interaction with the people who live in these towns. I want to be able to go into their houses. Yeah, so I would love to see more interaction with the gym leaders in the towns that they reside in.
Absolutely.
And now we're going to get into Miss Geeta, the chairwoman of the Pokemon League. We're going to answer some of these questions.
Yeah, definitely.
Geeta is the chairwoman of the Pokemon League, which operates Paldea's Pokemon gyms. Among the region's champions, she reigns supreme as the most skilled trainer of all. That line leads me to believe that she is indeed going to be our champion, the person that we are fighting at the very end of the Pokemon League.
That's a good call. That is a good call.
She kind of has that design as well. She has a Cynthia-esque design.
Her aesthetic is super Cynthia, very, like, oh, hey, I'm a humble final game boss.
Right, I'm just here to help these Psyduck with their medicine,
Yeah.
but also here's my Garchomp and my Spiritomb, you insignificant tiny
Am I
trainer.
melodic?
Yeah. So, though mild-mannered, Geeta still has a commanding presence, and it's said that anyone who calls themselves a Pokemon trainer looks up to her. I can see that. I'm already looking up to her myself. It appears that she is looking for exceptional young talents capable of conquering the Pokemon League. And if that ain't us, if that ain't Hypegoon A and B, then you guys have another thing coming.
You got another thing coming.
Because we are those young, exceptional trainers that are going to conquer this league.
I mean, what can I say? We're just a couple of trainers that just need a place to train.
All right, yeah. So now we're going to move on to Brassius, the gym leader of the Artisan Gym.
Interesting. All right, I could read about Brassius. By the way, before I read about Brassius, look at how cool he looks. So, Brassius. Brassius is the gym leader of Artisan Gym. Artisan? Is that how you pronounce it? Artisan?
Gotta have something to do with art. Maybe that's where we'll see that painting next to the Chansey.
The gym leader of the Artisan Gym. Artisan. But the Brassius is the gym leader of the Artisan, a town that's alive with flowers and art. Yep, I mean, yeah, art. He specializes in using grass-type Pokemon, and he's known as the verdant Virtuoso. I need a dictionary update. What does that mean?
Through context clues, I am aware that this means someone who is particularly talented and someone who has succeeded quite well in their area of art. A virtuoso would be such a artist as perhaps Post Malone.
He's a virtuoso.
I
had no idea what that meant. A virtuoso, so he's very talented. Gym leader Brassius treats Pokemon battles as works of art and is always in search of artistic quality, using his gym tests to help judge a trainer's aesthetic sensibilities.
He reminds me the most of the gym leader that I personally have the most respect for.
Who's that?
Berg of
Senpai.
Unova. Berg Senpai. Who is also an artist.
Yeah, no, that's...
And what else would he make but art?
That's absolutely true. And
his advice has always stuck with me. And that advice was, use bug-type Pokemon. And if I had not followed that advice, I would not be the man I am today.
Very different.
So, hearing that Brassius kind of follows in those footsteps has given me a new life that I will hopefully bring into this game.
No, I'm absolutely excited to see Brassius. Like, this is going to be such an amazing game.
I'm so excited, especially for Truly Widow. But please continue.
I'll finish this last sentence and we will move past Brassius, an amazing gym leader. But in this final piece is his piece de resistance is surrendering Sunflora. It's a statue installation depicting adorable Sunflora with somber expressions. Just what the Sunflora are surrendering to is a topic of debate among connoisseurs.
I'm sure that one of the connoisseurs among this debate is Silent. Silent. If you guys have not seen the black and white anime, Silent is a connoisseur of many things.
He's a straight up connoisseur of just about anything.
And if he was not a connoisseur of Sunflora statues, I would be heavily surprised.
Yeah, no, that's very true.
And now we're going to be searching for the Herba Mystica, the thing that I was most curious about. And I love this picture of Sprigatito, so surprised.
That gives me a lot more love for Sprigatito, I'm going to admit.
I love this image of Sprigatito.
Okay, so I'm going to leave the full image here.
Yeah. So Arvin, our bro, his research into healthy recipes for Pokemon has led him to seek out rare ingredients called Herba Mystica, which are said to immediately restore health once eaten. Herba Mystica are extremely rare herbs that can only be found in Paldea. They are guarded by Titan Pokemon, which are bigger and stronger than ordinary Pokemon. This is obviously a direct analog to the alpha Pokemon in Pokemon Legends Arceus.
Yeah.
And these Pokemon make these herbs even more difficult to obtain. What's more, a number of these Titan Pokemon have already been sighted in the region. This is definitely going to be something that is involved in this particular aspect of the storyline.
Absolutely it will be.
Since Arven isn't good at Pokemon battles, he'll be asking you to help him out, and I am more than willing to do so. Arven is a true bro. He will even offer to treat you to some of his handmade dishes if you two succeed in obtaining these rare herbs. Drive back tough opponents and gather the Herba Mystica together with Arven.
Face off against the school's troublemakers in Starfall Street.
And this is what I'm more hype about than
Like,
anything.
look at the art for that.
Look at that
the
ton
art.
from the Pokemon that you recognize.
Oh yeah, no, that's got to be a Pokemon, man. That's such a cool. It's a engine Pokemon pulling a freaking bus.
All right, you want to do this part? Or...
Yeah, I will. Team Star was formed by the school's most rebellious students and is made up of several squads. Each squad is led by its own boss, each with their own base scattered across Paldea region. These class-cutting delinquents cause trouble for all those around them, giving the academy students and teachers a hard time by disturbing the peace and using pushy recruitment tactics. March up to their bases and face off against the troublemaking Team Star. Dude, they're just like out to screw over the school. I like it.
I love them way more than I rightfully should.
Like, look at the designs. It's just so good.
Like, pushy recruitment tactics be damned. I am a Team Star grunt.
Make your way into the Team Star's base to take down their bosses. When you go to take on each squad base, Team Star's mini grunts will send out a relentless barrage of Pokemon to get in your way. By defeating enough of the grunts, Pokemon within a given time limit, you'll be able to challenge their boss to a battle. Engage in auto battles, a convenient feature that's new to these titles to overcome the unending barrage. So that's what the auto battles is. It's just basically like plays for you. But that's scary if you're doing a Nuzlocke. I would never turn auto battle on.
Yeah, I doubt I will be turning auto battle on that much at all.
Yeah. It's cool that they added it for people who want to use it, but I'm not going to be using it.
I'll be battling every single member
Yeah, no.
manually.
Me too. Note, the uniforms worn by the members of Team Star will differ depending on the version of you. Yep, you're right. Depending on the version of game.
Oh.
Take on the bosses riding their Starmobiles.
That's what this bus is.
That's
This
so
bus is a
cool.
Starmobile.
Once you overcome the waves of Team Star grunts, their bosses will appear in a custom car called the Starmobile. It seems that during your Pokemon battles with these bosses, the Starmobile itself will get in your way. Take down each squad's boss by defeating their party Pokemon and their Starmobile. So the Starmobile is a Pokemon.
It has to be. There's
Because
no way.
They're saying defeat the Starmobile.
Yeah. All right. Mela, boss of the Shader Squad, aka Team Star's Fire Crew. Mela is the boss of Team Star's Fire Crew, the Shader Squad. As the team's best all-rounder, Mela fixes any and every problem thrown her way. Though her methods are heavy-handed. She leaves a forceful and gruff impression, but her steadfast devotion to completing anything she puts her mind to has earned her the trust of her teammates. And she looks it. She looks as though someone that you could depend on if that were the leader of your star crew.
Definitely. Look at her.
And here we go on our next tab. Let's go. A handy feature for exploring the Paldea region. Tell your Pokemon to go adventure.
Go adventure?
Yeah, that reminds me of the terminology we used for Pokemon Let's Go and Let's Go Eevee and Pikachu. So,
Let's go adventure?
yeah, so let's see what go adventuring really means.
Oh,
you have
no.
one Pokemon out and walking with you in the Paldea region's great outdoors. Does this mean we always have a Pokemon following us?
That would be really cool.
I would love that. When you have a Pokemon exploring with you in the field, you can use the Let's Go feature. to send that Pokemon off in the direction you indicate. The Pokemon you send out then independently picks up items in the area and even has auto battles with nearby Pokemon.
Interesting. That could be pretty cool and also very dangerous for a Nuzlocke.
Most certainly. Let's see what auto battles really entail. What are auto battles? Auto battles are a new way of battling that can be activated by using the Let's Go feature. Doing so will send out a Pokemon to battle wild Pokemon without needing orders from its trainer. Your Pokemon can be sent into an auto battle against any wild Pokemon you see on the field, and it can be even find Pokemon to engage in auto battles on its own.
I mean, I can see why it's useful. I can see why people would want to use it.
Yeah, no, when your Pokemon is out and engaging in auto battles, you can do what you want. Stay by its side to watch over it, or try looking for items nearby. By defeating wild Pokemon in auto battles, your Pokemon can also earn items and experience points. Master using this new feature to explore every nook and cranny of the vast Paldea region with your Pokemon.
That seems really cool. I can see this feature maybe coming in handy for... I mean, if we understand that we're going to be grinding in a place that is safe, I mean, maybe that's a thing we use.
Yeah, I mean, Pokemon Weekend is all about the excitement and the hype.
Yeah.
And if this feature is usable in a way that allows us to grind Pokemon...
Save a lot of time.
And save time, I am all for it.
Yeah. No, that's going to be an amazing part.
Yeah, so I'm excited to see more about this feature. Tiny bit apprehensive. Let's look at our new Pokemon.
Yeah, let's go ahead and let's take a look at all the new Pokemon. So we obviously know about these, but we do not know about this Pokemon.
Nope. Here's one of our brand news.
Armarouge? Is Armarouge?
Armarouge. That sounds correct to me.
Fire and Psychic type.
With the ability Flash Fire. The Fire Warrior Pokemon.
Amazing looking. I love its style.
I do really like the design of this Pokemon. It kind of reminds me of the Regis just a tiny bit.
It does have a bit of a Reggie give off to it.
Its power is the source of it. Its armor is the source of its psychic power.
Oh, that's really cool.
Armarouge's set of armor belonged to a distinguished warrior.
That's so cool.
And it's the source of the energy used for its psychic type moves. It also uses the psychic capabilities of this armor to control the fire energy within its body and unleash attacks. Psychic Fire.
Psychic and Fire type is such a cool typing.
There is a slight bug synergy, whereas the fire resists what would normally be super effective against the psychic type.
Yeah.
Beyond that, there's not a whole lot of interaction, but I am down for the fire psychic type. Armarouge believes in a fair fight and will challenge an opponent head on, no matter how much stronger that opponent is. I can get behind that.
That's
Armarouge.
Really cool.
Yeah. It specializes in using its sturdy armor to bolster its defenses and take down enemies with its high fire power.
I bet you it's a more defensive Pokemon versus the opposite form that we saw in the trailer.
That would make sense. I could definitely believe that.
Like, this is a defensive form, and the other one's like a physical form.
Speaking of its armor, it looks like it learns a move called Armor Cannon.
Ooh.
Armor Cannon is a fire-type special move in which Armarouge moves both its pauldrons to its hands and puts its arms together to form a cannon, a la Mega Man, allowing it to shoot its own armor out as blazing projectiles.
That's crazy.
Very crazy. This is one of the more powerful moves that Armarouge can learn, but it lowers Armarouge's defense and special defense stats in exchange for that power. Just like superpower. It looks like this might be a fire-type superpower analog.
That's nuts. This Pokemon's going to be insane.
I can definitely see myself using this Pokemon. I was talking about how I'd love to have a fire Pokemon to
fire and
replace.
Psychic?
Yeah, no, I mean fire and Psychic is a good combo.
Yeah.
I'm super excited to see how this Pokemon becomes available and what kind of different moves its learn set has available.
Flame Kick.
If it has Flame Kick, hype as all hell.
Flame Punch. Something like that. Like, just something like a really awesome physical fire move. Just something that you can just get behind with this Pokemon.
Let's see it, Armarouge. Come on. Be our boy. Alright, let's move on.
Yep. We're going to check out the next Pokemon. You can hit the X in the top right, I think. Alright. Oh.
And here we are with Cerule Edge.
Cerule Edge. I like the name
And
a
you
lot.
can see you will be able to encounter Cerule Edge in Pokemon Violet. That is just like we were predicting. These are undoubtedly going to be the version exclusive Pokemon.
Look at the type.
Fire Ghost! Exactly what you were predicting. Oh my goodness.
I saw the aesthetic, the colors, and I just assumed.
Not seen since Chandelure, folks.
Like, Flash Fire!
Is
Flash Fire!
such a good ability, especially with the new Terra forms, the new Terra types.
Yeah, Flash Fire, such a good ability.
Imagine this Pokemon turning into perhaps a grass type.
Yeah.
To be super effectively hit, that is not a good option, folks. But imagine
having absolutely turning into a grass type, that would be amazing.
Yes.
Don't get super effectively hit.
So let's see what we got here with our Cerule Edge. What do we got, Goonby?
So it looks like it's got a couple of little texts here. One's called "Its Flaming Great Swords Absorb Life Energy." All right, so let's see what that means. Cerule Edge dons an old set of armor steeped in grudges and wields blades made of fire and ghost energy. So it's a very scary set of armor that's haunted by ghosts. In battle, these blades transform into great swords to increase Cerule Edge's power. It cuts from these great swords and it leaves wounds from which life energy will flow. Does that mean it's going to have some sort of life steal?
It's got to have, that must be the ghost type in its flavor. We will definitely have to see if maybe... I see that there's this move Bitter Blade. Maybe it's some sort of Giga Drain of the really ghost
cool.
type.
That could be really cool. So, there's also something here. Willing to do anything to win. Cerule Edge prefers close quarters combat and isn't above using tactics such as sneak attacks and surprise attacks to win a battle. It uses its quick movements and capitalizes on opponents' blind spots, then closes the distance and slashes opponents with its large blades.
We have definitely seen these large blades in action, folks.
Yeah.
I would love to see maybe, if possible, in Pokemon Weekend, if we get Cerule Edge versus Amore Edge, that would be
so
such
cool.
a cool interaction. What is our move Bitter Blade?
Okay, so a move Cerule Edge can learn. Bitter Blade. Bitter Blade is a fire-type physical move that gathers the lingering regrets of the fallen into Cerule Edge's swords, allowing it to focus the bitterness into a slashing attack. The sword then absorbs life energy from wounds that they made, and the user's HP is restored by up to half the damage taken by the target.
So this is not a ghost type Giga Drain. This is a fire type Giga Drain, something that we have not seen before in Pokemon.
This is fire type Giga Drain. This is a big deal.
If we have the same power level and the same accuracy level, we are probably going to see a lot of strategies built around this Cerule Edge and its Bitter Blade.
That Bitter Blade, I bet you, could be probably learned by other people. Maybe it's a special thing.
Yeah, we'll have to see whether it is a signature move of Cerule Edge or not. It is very exciting either way, though, folks.
All right, so
I believe that is all we have that is new.
Wait,
no, Cloth.
Cloth is
How
here.
could we have forgotten about our boy Cloth, who has gotten so much screen time?
Dude, Cloth got the most screen time of any Pokemon.
We were right. He is a rock type, but there is no other type. He is just a rock type, folks.
Just rock
His
type.
abilities are Anger Shell and Shell Armor. Anger Shell looks to be a new ability. Shell Armor, of course, is the one that prevents critical hits.
Yep.
Great abilities in a Nuzlocke.
Just absolutely. You know what? He's gotten so much screen time. You guys know Clef.
Yeah, we don't need to cover Cloth. He got too much screen time.
Cloth
Bye,
is-
folks.
bye.
This has been the Hype Goons.
Yep, that's it. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video.
Bye.
Bye.